Hey, what's going on, guys? So we're going to do a little bit of, I've got some pork loin that I did a sous vide with, and so I've got that prepared. Also going to make a little bit of corn tonight, so I'm going to go ahead and pop that right here onto the griddle. And the thing that's going to take the longest is I've got some carrots that are frozen, and we're going to pop that in the griddle here as well. Let's see if I can get this bag open. There we go. Put those right there in the middle so it's a little bit hotter right there. The corn's not going to take too long, but the carrots will take a little bit longer, so we'll put these over here. And what I like to do is, once I have them on, is I'm going to take a little bit of olive oil and just douse a little bit of olive oil on there. Let those get coated a little bit. For one, it helps the transfer of the temperatures to go through the carrots since it's frozen. It helps bring up the temperature a little bit quicker. Also gives it just a little bit of moisture to get it started. And the carrots are going to be the highlight of this video. I'm going to show you how I do glazed carrots. First step for these is just to kind of start to get these to brown up a little bit. We'll keep moving some. Working with about a medium heat. Whenever I do any kind of vegetables, I generally stick on medium. If I'm doing chicken, things like that, I'll also do a medium. If I'm doing steaks, I try to sear it so I want it to be as high as possible. And we're going to let that keep going there a little bit. And our corn, I'm just going to keep turning it every once in a while to keep it nice and hot. And we'll add some butter and some goodness stuff here in a minute. Alright, so our pork loin, I've already done a sous vide with, so what that means is I did it for 140 degrees for 3 hours in a vacuum sealed bag, if I can talk right today. I'm using an immersion circulator to keep the heat constant and keep the water flowing. And so what happens is it comes out and it's already perfectly cooked. The only thing we're doing now is going to sear it. Alright, so we'll move around our carrots a little more. See, they're starting to turn a little brown where those ruts are. That's perfect, that's what we want. It doesn't take super long to do carrots, even from a frozen steak, because carrots have quite a bit of moisture already inside of them as well. So that's why I put them on actually a little bit after my corn, because my corn, I wanted just to be able to marinate a little bit in the heat and get that griddled flavor to it, which I love. With the carrots, we got to keep them going just a little bit longer because we're going to do some brown sugar and some butter with them as well. See, for our pork, we're just trying to get that color on there that people are accustomed to seeing. So for our corn, I've got a little bit of garlic salt we're going to add into our corn. And we'll melt down a little bit of butter in there as well. Alright, and then we're going to do the same thing with our carrots. Put it right in the top there. Work that butter in there. You want to see these become really wet with that butter, really moist, because once we do the sugar, we want something for the sugar to kind of tack to stick to, and be able to give us that solid flavor we're looking for. So our corn is good. We're going to get it out of the way. Our pork will let just go for another minute. Like it says, it's already cooked, so we're just searing that, and it'll be good to go. All right, so for our carrots now, what we're gonna do, I'm gonna move those over to this side where I've got on low, because we don't want the brown sugar to cook too fast. We want it just to be able to take its time and kind of work its way in there and do a glaze. So right before we put the brown sugar in, we're gonna take just a little more butter and put it in there, and work that butter in. And if you guys have any questions, make sure you put it in the comments below. Be happy to answer anything for you. If you have any sous vide questions, let me know. Super simple to do, extremely moist meat. So tasty this way. It's so delicious when you do sous vide food and finish it off with a Blackstone. You can get the perfect temperatures just the way that you're looking for. All right, so now we got that moist again. We're going to take a little bit of this brown sugar, and we're going to add some of this brown sugar in. The easiest way to do this is just to fold it each direction and incorporate all that brown sugar into there. If you're cooking too high of a temperature, it's just going to stick to your griddle. You're not going to get a good flavor to it. Your goal is not to scorch it and burn it. You're just trying to turn it into essentially a little bit of a liquid, and that's where it becomes so good. Almost like candied carrots. They're about done. You'll see they start to get all evenly coated, and I'll pull it closer to the camera here in a second for you so you guys can see it. Alright, so you can see right there, glazed carrots, phenomenal. They taste so good. You're going to love them. Give them a try. We got stray corn there. It's going to be good with it anyway. Let's take this pork off real fast. And it's good to go. We're going to get this cleaned off real fast. Super simple. Just do a little bit of water. Just deglaze this a little bit. We're going to turn all of our temperatures completely off. This thing right here is awesome. If you don't have one, it's super simple to use. You can easily fill it up. Just fills up right in the top. on and off super fast. It's got a little trigger right here that you can use, and it sprays perfectly. And I love doing it because you get great coverage with it all over your griddle. And then take one of our towels here and just hit that real quick. Just like that. We're going in for dinner, guys. Easy enough. All right, we'll catch y'all later.